The bathroom door clicks shut, and almost immediately you hear the quiet shuffle of paws on the hardwood. Your dog is right there on the other side, waiting for you to finish. We tend to flatter ourselves when this happens. Owners easily write off the behavior as extreme loyalty, a sweet display of affection, or mild separation anxiety. But look closely at the animal's physical posture. In most cases, they do not stare at the wood. They face outward toward the rest of the house, with their ears rotated and alert. If their only goal was emotional proximity to you, their physical orientation would remain strictly focused on the barrier separating you both. They choose to park themselves at that exact threshold because it offers a distinct tactical advantage. To figure out what is actually happening in the hallway, we have to drop our human emotional biases and evaluate the floor plan of a modern house through the eyes of a tactical observer. Stepping into a closed bathroom takes you completely off the grid. For your dog, this creates an instant, total gap in their environmental data. This diagram maps a house layout. To maintain control, a dog requires continuous visual access. The threshold operates as a geometric hub. Sightlines radiate outward into adjoining spaces. This specific doorway yields the highest mathematical percentage of unbroken sightlines in the home. Researchers identify this location as the point of efficient sensory access. It's the single node where sight and sound face the least physical obstruction. Unable to maintain direct visual contact with you, the dog compensates by locking down the most advantageous monitoring position available. That mundane stretch of hallway carpet operates as a highly efficient sensory command center. The dog applies a calculated environmental adaptation to the layout of your home. Mapping the sightlines explains how they watch the space. Why do they require this intense volume of data at this exact moment? In the daily rhythm of a human household, a bathroom trip rarely happens in isolation. It serves as a reliable transitional marker between distinct routines. Think about the actions that typically follow a trip to the washroom. You might walk to the kitchen, grab a leash for a walk, or put on your coat. Holding the prime sensory position at the door guarantees the dog will intercept the very first auditory or physical cue, like the rattle of keys or the opening of a cabinet, that signals the next activity. Gathering this early intelligence allows the animal to mentally and physically prepare for what comes next. They stop reacting to your movements and start proactively anticipating them. Sitting by the door is a process of advanced predictive calculus. The dog leverages present spatial data to forecast your future behavior. The next time you find your dog waiting outside the bathroom, the underlying geometry and behavioral motives paint an entirely different picture. Strip away the clingy label, and you reveal a highly attuned evolutionary survival trait operating right in the middle of a domestic living room. A human perceives a minor invasion of privacy. The dog is simply executing a flawless, instinctual data collection protocol. When you close a door between you and your dog later today, pay close attention to their physical orientation and the exact sightlines they choose to hold. The animal waiting on the other side is a brilliant mathematical strategist, actively optimizing its environment to stay one step ahead.